everybody, welcome back. Sorry this is taking so long. I currently have family in town and I kind of pinched my arm. Pinched my arm as in I pinched a nerve, and my whole arm has been out of commission for the past week. It's been super annoying and I hate not being able to work because it sounds weird to say, but I love working. And then I know Monday's video was kind of ugh, but I was kind of going through something and I just wasn't in the mood to be all, hi! But I'm feeling better and I'm actually super excited to talk about Vaggie's design because this is probably like my most favorite final design of a character ever. So, I knew from the beginning when I started sketching out Vaggie's Angelic design that I wanted it to be butterfly themed because I needed it to be the opposite of her demonic, darker side. And so I chose, for reference, even though it's not in here, it's in my sketches technically, but the butterfly that I used as a reference was the Purple Emperor. And even though it says purple, they're not really that purple, so I had to make my own colors, and then that didn't work, so you can see that I picked colors from the internet and worked with that. So when designing Vaggie's outfit, I was trying to stay in the same shape and style as her original outfit. I didn't want to change that, but here's where things kind of got interesting in like the coloring phase. All of Vaggie's colors, like in my mind, I still remember OG Vaggie's design having tons of purple in it with hints of pink. So that's where I kept getting confused every time I clicked on Vaggie's new color palette and tried to, either darken it or lighten it, and I realized all her colors are in the red zone. Ugh, I didn't want to make her red, I wanted to make her purple. So I was getting irritated with that, so I kind of had to abandon Vaggie's canon color palette and go with this. So with this kind of AU that I'm going for, I'm going to keep, them looking human, but add, the embellishments that they have. And since Vaggie is the most human looking out of the whole cast, it's easier to see why she looks so human in this design versus everybody else's. So Vaggie's outfit design was mostly inspired by, shoujo styled fairy-esque style with cosmic themes and stuff. Like her dress, the bottom part of her dress is flower styled, and then the top part of her sleeves is also flower styled, and then I made her bow look more like butterfly wings and gave her more frills than she's probably used to. And then for her hair, I figured it wouldn't be like that massive A. Vaggie's hair is shaped like an A. Has anyone ever noticed that? It's like a big A. But instead of having Vaggie's hair shaped more like an A, I shaped the bottoms to look more like butterfly wings, and then I cut her bangs to be like a perfect bob instead of her hair trying to cover up her X, because in this AU I figured that when a human dies and goes to heaven, they don't have that reminder of how they died. They have the luxury of not having any scars from when they died. So hence why Vaggie has both eyes, and I'm going to tell you right now, when I was sketching her with both eyes, it was the most horrifying thing in the whole world. She was like piercing into my soul, and I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, oh, please don't look creepy when I finish. And then I wanted to add more jewels, because you can see in the original design she had like way more jewels on her, but Vaggie is so simplistic and she doesn't wear any actual jewelry, so I took that away. And just like with Charlie, me loving gold, I had to put some pieces of gold on her design, because otherwise, what's the point? But the more I was messing with the gold and the more I was putting on it, the more I realized it needs to be an accent color. It can't be like a focal point like with Charlie's was. So that's why she has like gold trim instead of, lots of gold embellishments here and there. And then for her socks, just like with Charlie, everything was symmetrical, and then for Vaggie, I was also going to do everything symmetrical, but I thought it would be kind of like a small nod to her, rebelling of heaven's idea of symmetrical, or my idea of heaven being symmetrical in every way. So I gave her 2 different colored socks. It's hard to tell, which was the point, but she is wearing 2 different colored purple stockings. And then you don't see it until at the end of the video, but I add like stars and cosmic like lights on her. That way she looks a bit more ethereal than angelic. I wanted back to me, Vaggie has always been kind of like an outsider of the HAZBIN Hotel crew, mainly due to her color palette being really like off color with everybody else. And then I always really liked the theory that Vaggie was once an ex-exterminator, which I can see being true, but I wanted Vaggie to be this like otherworldly kind of character since she is so far off from everybody else's design. And then another nod to her like moth style, I kept well, she never had it in the beginning, but you know, if you're gonna do a moth character, you gotta give them fur. But butterflies don't have fur, so Vaggie is representing her demonic side with her little fur collar, which I think is super cute. and sorry, when my mom came in to see what I was doing, she's like, "Oh, are you making one of those like worm snakes?" And I looked her dead in the eye and I was like, "Why would you say that? Why would you say that to me? Because that's now all I see." So, yeah, looking at it now, it does look like one of those little worms on a string, and I can't unsee it, but it's already too late. I already finished the design. I can't go back. And then, that's pretty much it. I mean, most of Vaggie's style is just based off of kind of like a fairy bride, I guess you could call it. I can't ever remember. There is an anime that most of her style is based off of, but I can't remember it anymore. The name is really long, and my brain can't remember anything that long anymore. But anyway, here she is in all her angelic glory. A few more, like, fun AU facts. So for Charlie, Lilith did not give birth to Charlie in this AU. She was basically just spawned by God and was given to Lucifer as like a thank you for being a good boy or whatever. But Charlie, even though she has a completely different personality than her demon form, she still has a small crush on Vaggie, and Vaggie kind of has a crush on Charlie as well, but doesn't know how to go about it, considering the fact that since angelic born citizens and human angels can't really be together. Obviously, this is an AU. Don't take any of this as canon, but I'm giving you like some spice if you guys want to draw anything or play around with the idea. I'm up for it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you in the next one, where we get to do Alastor, and I'm so excited. Alright, everybody, have a good day. Bye!